Oak Knob, you are Johnny on the spot, aren't you? Hey, wanted to give you a shout out, guys. What a great channel. I wish I had some rocks around my area so I could do some mining. That's awesome. Uh, hey, we are ready for a kitty name reveal. Uh, I like to call him Booger. Uh, Miss Billy Joe likes to call him Mr. Doings because he's always doing something, right? Kind of like Mr. Dan from Home in the Sticks. He's always doing something, right? Uh, don't let nobody dull your shine. Maybe Mr. Dan will show up on my live stream here. I got 3 people already. That's actually fantastic. I wanted to do something special for you guys. Curiosity killed a cat. Where is Curiosity so I can get there? Yep, there's my kitty. Hi, Tiny Hilltop. How you doing, Nate? All right. Yep, always into something. I got a little eBay score today. Got some stuff. Got some other stuff. Got some other stuff back here. Isn't it hard sometimes when you're trying to point your finger at something on the screen that's behind you? But I got some stuff right there. Jamie, how are you doing, Jamie? Uh, I just subscribed to Jamie the other night, doing some good live streams. We talked about some acidic soil and stuff like that. Actually, the point of this live stream, I wanted to. We hit 500 subscribers the other day, and we are super stoked, super stoked. Uh, we got a great shout out from a good channel creator insider, and I wanted to just share my excitement, uh, do something a little different for you guys. A little bit of wood shop action, a little bit of let me know if do you want me to walk around the homestead and show you some stuff. We'll try and keep it somewhat short. I mean, usually live streams are, man, I see those thumbs ups going. Holy yeah, 5 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you so much. That always helps. Uh, Kind of a Q&A. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to do some review videos on some things that I've purchased, like some woodshop tools and stuff like that. Uh, I want you guys to, I don't know, just let's Q&A this stuff. That's cool. Uh, Wanted to give you guys a little bit something special. We hit our 500, man. I never thought actually that we would have hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Actually, my goal uh, at the beginning of the year, it was right in January. I wanted to be monetized. I wanted to monetize our YouTube channel. So at that point, we the goal was 10,000 views. And then shortly, it was right around the middle of January, they notified us, all the YouTube small creators, that we had to be at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be monetized. Now, our main goal isn't the dollar bill, of course, but behind every YouTube channel, there is, a dollar bill, right? Whether you're trying to be successful and reducing your footprint, growing your own food so you don't have to go to Walmart, repurposing lumber so you don't have to go to Home Depot, things like that. So um, we had this. I was actually really defeated beginning of January that they raised that number and raised that threshold, and I thought 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours was absolutely totally unachievable for us. That was never going to happen. So I set some goals. I set a goal of 50 videos in a year. So by the end of this year, 2018, I was going to have 50 videos produced on my YouTube channel. And I thought that was actually pretty realistic. You know, once a week, I could kind of stagger myself out and all that. And next thing you know, I'm at 98 videos right now. Right now, I'm at 98 videos. So the content can just come. The content can just poof, you know, just create itself in a way. I also had a goal of 1 million views. I set the bar pretty high, of course. I may not hit 1 million views, of course, but I also set my bar and I exceeded that bar of 50 videos. I'm at 98 right now. The original bar right at the beginning of January was 10,000 views. Right now, we are riding at 35,000 views, which is just fantastic, incredible for us. Let me stop talking for a minute. Let me scroll through some of these comments. I've seen some people show up here. Ooh, you saw my big old giant finger. I gotta keep that out of the thing. Let me scroll back here just a second. Oh. Well, hey, Nate. Tiny Hilltop. Oak Knob Farm. Always into something, yeah. Just like Mr. Dan. Pine Brook. How you doing, Pine Brook? Jamie, again. I am creator hashtag, yeah. Absolutely. Use those hashtags sometimes. I am a creator. No small creator actually works when you're using your titles and your subtitles and in your description. Use some hashtags. That actually helps your videos get found. That's one of those little insider tricks. Oak Knob, yeah. Thanks, Jamie, for going over to Oak Knob. Absolutely. Tiny Hilltop saying hi to Pine Brook. Oak Knob saying thanks, Jamie. Let me know, Jamie, if it's Jamie or Jaime. I'm not sure how you can let me know that, but hey, let me know so I, you know, don't keep calling you Jamie or Jaime, one or the other. OC, that's my boy. Old Camp Ranch. 1,000 before you know it, he says. Yeah, actually, I'm. it's interesting. We've experienced incredible growth. These flies, oh my gosh. It's just warm enough where I don't need to, or just cool enough where I don't need to run the air conditioner in my shop, but I do have to have the Turbo Smasher 7000 in my shop, right? Because I have the door open and I like some outside stuff action going on. I remember that email from YouTube. I was not excited. Yeah, Oak Knob. They kind of shot us in the bubble. But hey, Oak Knob, you actually have some really good views and some really good watch time right now, so that's awesome. Garden Obsessions. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. Garden Obsessions. I hope everything went well, Garden Obsessions, with down in Texas. We're here to support you. I wanted to make a little shout-out video for you guys. Make sure that, you know, we're thinking of you guys. This is a community. This is growing relationships, growing friendships. Some of the best friends that I've ever had in my entire life have come directly from YouTube. So, and there's a few right here that, you know, I'm talking about. One of them I treat like my brother. Sometimes we don't get along the greatest, but sometimes, you know, it's just we click and I love it. So I never would have thought that that actually would have happened. Nate, yeah, I probably will be at 1,000 before we know it. You know, that's not really what we were shooting for. We're not shooting for a giant channel or anything. We were kind of in our intro and our outro. We are about education, inspiration, motivation, education, a little bit of mad scientisting, building relationships, and we're just Kevin and Billy Joe. Billy Joe makes some cameo appearances She's busy. She works a day job. I don't. I have kind of a hit and miss day job, which really pays for a lot of materials here at the homestead. So I have a lot of time to produce videos, and actually producing the videos is just super fun for me. I never wanted to start a YouTube channel. Billy Joe's son actually said, "Why don't you start a YouTube channel? Make a video of your compost trommel." And I was like, "Oh, that's dumb. I'm not going to do that. I can't be good on camera, right?" And the next thing you know, I'm making a compost video. And that is probably one of my best performing videos. Actually, it is my best performing video right now. Has over 12,000 views. And I look at it and say, oh my gosh, look how far I've come. The production of videos, because I have kind of a techie brain and all that, it's fun. It really is. And then I got to find this part of community. There's other people out there exactly like me, and some not exactly like me, but then we can communicate and we can interact and we can share ideas. And it was fantastic that I found that part of YouTube, and I never knew that. I used to go to YouTube to figure out how to change a brake caliper on my truck, and that was about it. Let me scroll. Hey, Frank and Carrie's Homestead. They're here. Hi, Frank. Hi, Carrie. I have a cigar. Not much of a cigar smoker, but we are celebrating. We are celebrating 500 subscribers. Pembroke again. Pembroke has to get out of here. That's cool. Congrats. All right. Tiny Hilltop asks, have you noticed a difference using hashtags? Actually, yeah. With a small channel, it's kind of hard to, when you're viewing your analytics, to see a huge noticeable difference. There's a lot of trends happening. There's all kinds of things like that. But yes, I'm actually getting more of a substantial pie graph, a more balanced pie graph in hashtags when I'm adding my hashtags at the bottom of my description, and also sometimes I'll use a hashtag in my actual title. I'm getting a little more balanced pie graph between the suggested feed and the YouTube search feed and things like that, and the Google search feed. So it does help, Tiny Hilltop. Camp Ranch is saying hi to Frank. Frank saying hi to Rick. Oh, Timber Hill Redbone. Hello, Timber Hill Redbone. Hey, Prepsteader Bob, you did make it. Yes, all right. I'm trying to scroll through my comments so I don't miss anybody. Prepsteader Bob and I have been talking about some things the last couple days. I would like to make sure that Prepsteader Bob knows I am super excited about what we've been talking about. Thank you, Prepsteader Bob, for showing up. Garden Obsessions. Agree. Everyone has become family for us. We appreciate everything, guys. We love y'all so much. Love you tons. Everything went well and better than expected. I'm glad to hear that, Garden Obsessions. I lost my father 5 years ago, and I was actually living in Sturgis, South Dakota. Pardon me. My dad passed, and he was in Michigan. I actually didn't make it back there in time. I was there a week prior on Easter, and I saw him, but I didn't make it back on the second trip to, be there. But then I stayed with my mom for about a week, and my pops is always right here in my heart. I know that, I feel that, I love that. What we think about him. So prayers and condolences and power and strength go out to you, Garden Obsessions, and you and your wife. Oak Knob, yes, want to hear about this collaboration. Bob mentioned it. All right, Bob, you just did upload a hello. Yes, there's some potential collaboration with a few homesteading channels going on. Tiny Hope Tap says, thank you for the feedback about hashtags. I'll probably use them moving forward. Hard to get exposure. Hard to get exposure here sometimes without clickbaiting. Yeah, absolutely. I have a hard time sometimes actually making titles for videos, and I don't want them to be clickbaity. But in a way, you need to attract attention to your video so you get the clicks. But so there's a really a gray area, a fine area. The best thing that I've found actually is to be your title has to be representative of the content. Your title has to have words that also come in the description. So it's very helpful writing really good descriptions, big helpful descriptions, lots of words. Prep Story Bob, I would absolutely open up a discussion about a collaboration. I haven't responded to your email yet because Billy Joe's actually out of town. She's coming back this evening, and I wanted to talk to her about some of the questions that you answered or you asked me in the email. But I was actually holding off to mention too much. I wanted to make sure that everything was cool. I named them off the top of my head. Yeah, Ocamp. But actually, Ocamp, your videos are actually pretty easy to name. Squash 1, Squash 2, Squash 3. You know I'm just giving you the business, Ocamp, all right? Yeah, actually, Prep Setter Bob, you can spring it, Prep Setter Bob. Let's fish in the pond. That's totally cool. Yeah, you want to be able to pique interest, but you don't want to clickbait. So, I just actually watched another video from Creator Insider about using all capital letters in your title, and it really doesn't. Oh crap! Ocam says Return of the Squash. Are they? Oh yeah, actually, Ocamp, I saw your Instagram post. You have more flowers on your squash right now. That is crazy, right? They are coming back, all 24 plants, I think. That's awesome, right? I picked some peppers today. Can we name the peppers? No, Prep Setter Bob, you hijack as much as you want to hijack. Actually, this is a collaborative affair. We are on the worldwide interwebs. I am putting my time out there for y'all to bring your time here. So, actually, maybe we can hook up in an email and do some Zoom action or something like that. I'd be happy to do that. Join me with I think this is a blueberry cigar. I'm not really a big cigar aficionado. Um, I was waiting. Oh, I'm finishing up some of these boxes. Um, these boxes right here are actually just waiting for the 220. They're all final fitted. They absolutely look perfect. Lots of fitting on these dudes. These boxes right here are going to, you see aluminum spline right there. These boxes are actually going to a knife maker in Houston, Texas. And I actually have I'm going to start a batch of Douglas fir. These are all hickory right here. I'm starting a batch of Douglas fir. Give me 1 second. My dogs are barking. Okay, Bob. There's my comment right there. As for Club, I am working on a mass solution that would allow anybody in the club to see an instant increase in their views. Yeah, actually, to give you all a little bit of fill in on what Bob is talking about, there's this, we all have a YouTube algorithm. We are going to hang out, Mrs. Garden Obsessions. We are at the 21-minute mark. I'm going to hang out, and as long as you want to hang out, make sure you text your husband, tell him not to drive super fast, but yeah, he can pop in here too. That's awesome. YouTube has this algorithm, and what I've noticed, in the last couple weeks, I've just been doing a little bit of research on, like, gamer channels have millions of views and millions of subscribers, and some of these woodworking channels, I'm kind of partial. I'm a woodworker. They have millions of subscribers, and I'm wondering, when I look across the board on homesteaders, I see tons of homesteading channels that have 300, 400, 500, 1,000, 1,200, 3,000 subscribers, and not really big homesteading channels. And there's really only a couple that have really got way over that mark. But what I've also noticed is some of those large channels are really not necessarily geared towards the common homesteader. The guy like me, the guy like Bob, the guy like Old Kemp, the guy like Nate at Tiny Hilltop, those people that, we all obviously have to run on a budget. We all are on a limited footprint, reduced needs. But how do we address and how do we get this following to, I don't know, maybe not necessarily be an authority on small homesteads, how we do it, how we start from scratch. But I guess as I look around my place, we start from scratch. We're still starting from scratch. But there's really not this huge following, I guess. And not that I want to get famous. Not that other homestead channels want to get famous doing this YouTube thing. But to be realistic and to be real, there is a dollar bill behind this. Okay. There's other ways to merchandise. There's other ways to monetize your YouTube channel. But yes, Old Camp, we are a dying breed. And some things about homesteading, we want to be by ourselves. I want to live at the end of my 4-mile road because I have no traffic. It is very quiet. I don't have people driving past my house. Isolated, maybe, but I like that. I like to do my own thing. And maybe doing my own thing is also that, maybe that fear of judgment. When we look at the Joneses across the road, well, they have the coal mine job or the oil worker job or the factory job or the executive job, and they have the white picket fence and they have the 2.5 kids and the 1 dog and all that. And when we are homesteading or living off grid, we are really going against society's norms and society's theory of how we should do it, right? So I guess I want to, part of our motivation to bring our channel out and show you how we do it is, first of all, just a chronicle. Let me scroll through the comments real quick here. You're a dying breed. Agreed on load views. Yeah, absolutely, Oknam. Many Homestead channels. His view counts are boosted by my hobby. Yeah, Oknam has a hobby. He's a rock man. I hope I can explain that really good. He has great views, a view count from some of his videos that have precious rocks and minerals and things like that. But the homesteading views are pretty low. I study a lot of channels and see what's going on there. Camp, yeah, I feel we're at a low point, but starting to grow in some circles. Yes, yes, Old Camp, but I think it's a small circle, and I think there's always going to be this small circle. YouTube is a great platform to be able to express and be able to get out our content. And actually, in today's times, I'm a God-fearing man. We're living in prophetic times. I think homesteading and prepsteading and being prepared and the way we live, gardening, farming, you name it, I think this is such an awesome platform to get more of the public, more of the people on board with, how we're going to be able to survive and how we may have to survive, to be honest with you. Oknop says, as an example, think about how many people have gotten backyard chickens lately. Yes. Chickens are huge. Urban area chickens are huge. There's a huge following. They want to grow their own meat birds, provide their own eggs, their own protein, things like that. It's interesting, Oknub. Just like to break even, Tiny Hilltop Nate says. Yeah. Bob, your comment says I enjoy math, so I've been watching the YouTube algorithm. I'm a math guy too. I love math. It comes easy for me. And it's interesting, by studying some channels, it really... I'm going to leave this up to you, Bob, on your algorithm math. And I appreciate that. It's awesome. Knob says, Bob, we need an algorithm to beat the algorithm. Prepsitter Bob says, I have an idea. And is it an appropriate time to bring in my motto? Hope this works. Hey, Angry Pirate, you just popped up. My Seagarth keeps going out. Hey, welcome, Angry Pirate. Did you happen to know, Angry Pirate, that my hashtag that was given to me by Whistle Thicket Farmstead was Pirate of the Prairie? Because I pilfer and pillage and I repurpose and all kinds of stuff. So I was going to say that in a comment the other day. Thanks for joining us, Angry Pirate. Hey, Mike from Dylan's Woodworks. He's like my favorite sawdust dude in the whole wide world. You know, next to Matthias Wandel and, some other guys. But hey, you're right up there, Mike. Love you, bro. Frank, yeah. Frank and Carrie's Homestead says, I know you guys can read it, but I'm reading. I'm kind of I'm trying to keep up with the comments here, guys. My barbecue videos getting a lot. My barbecue videos are getting a lot of views, which is great. You want one of those clickable, I call it clickable videos. There's some video that just sits there and kind of clicks along. It doesn't matter if you get 10 views a day or 50 views a day or 100 views a day. You always, what I have two of them. I have three of them right now that are just clickable. They just keep on trucking along, right? You always want to be able to provide that diversity into your content. Get some clickable views. None of us homesteaders are going to get a viral, viral video, right? Unless you have some, like your rooster does acrobats or something, and we probably don't have roosters that do acrobats. But that's always a good tip. It's a good observation too, Frank, that your barbecue videos are doing good. Fishing okay. And since your chickens have gone, God bless your chickens, but I'm glad you're coming back around and you're still producing content. It kind of bummed out your content, your chicken videos, because there's no chicken content anymore, which kind of stinks. I guess right there, diversity is a key. That's what I've learned. Again, I am no expert. I have a fairly small channel, but I do know what is working. Hey, Garden Obsessions. Hey, you just got home. Hey, welcome. Welcome here. Old Cam Brand says, I thought it was your beard. Is maybe I got 35,000 views because of my beard. I don't know. But I'm going to keep growing it because, folks, I'm hanging on to a dream. It grows down here and pretty much everywhere else, but it just keeps falling out up here. And I'm like, what is going on? UT 3200. All right. UT and Angel, I want to give these guys a super shout out. They are I call them the tomato channel. I watched a video this morning. I watched a video yesterday morning. I think I watched another video the morning before that. And I tell you what, I'm kind of a tomato aficionado, like on the rookie scale, right? These people, they did a pineapple, was it pineapple? Yeah, pineapple tomato yesterday morning. They did, you're going to have to help me with this one this morning, which looked fantastic. But then last week they did a peach tomato. This thing was really, it was kind of translucent, but it was kind of fuzzy on the outside. I have about 7 or 8, maybe 10 different varieties of tomatoes going on right now. And I totally want to grow more tomatoes. They bring such color to my greenhouse. This morning I made a comment on their video, and I grabbed one of my money makers and I grabbed one of my red pears and boop, threw them in my mouth as I was getting in the truck. I was like, I just love tomatoes. Thanks, Angry Pirate. Yeah, hit the like. Hit the like. Tool reviews are quite helpful. Actually, Mike, I wanted to talk to you about that. I plan on doing safety type related tool operation videos for our Facebook group that you just created. Mike has a great, Dylan Woodworks, Mike has a great Facebook group, actually 2 of them that he's created. And I do some safety related videos for beginning woodworkers and, anybody has questions. I've been working with wood and plastics and metal for, as long as I've been alive, pretty much. And I think that would be very helpful addition to our Facebook groups. So sometimes I ride the fence on wondering if I'm offering some content that's not really geared towards my subscribers, but then again, I have this I have this massive subscribers that are geared towards my diversity. Uh, I'm working on a lawnmower. I'm building a snowman. I'm working on my wood stove. I'm in the garden. I'm working on a barn. You name it. So uh, I guess I shouldn't really limit my content to just one genre or one niche, however you want to say it. I just want to throw everything out there. Record as much as I can record and produce as much content as I can to feed the masses. Again, I have like a pile of squirrels in my head, and I'm sober, and that's just that feeds those guys. Mountain Dew, Pepsi, stuff like that just makes those guys just go in my head, and there's ideas happening, and I just want to keep going and keep going and keep going. So uh, that's why YouTube is so great. It's so fun. Make sure I'm hitting everybody's comments here. Oh, UT3200 says the bald spot is a homesteader's solar panel for a love machine. All right. Actually, I have a solar panel and an inverter and a charge controller coming from my mom's house, which was, I stored my stuff over there a couple years back when my dad passed. They're actually on a UPS truck right now. I have a 100-watt kit right now on a UPS truck. So here in a handful of days, you guys are going to get a unboxing video of a solar panel kit. Oak Knob, you must have a pretty big bald spot. Yeah, your solar panel is huge. Oh yeah, UT3200 Ava Purple Ball. That's awesome, right? I just checked my Indigo Rose. They're like completely purple and a little bit of red spot on the bottom. I'm wondering when I pick them. I actually want to throw one in my mouth really quick. I'd take you out to the greenhouse if you want to. Show you some stuff. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I will share some videos in the group. Oak Knob says, make the content you enjoy. All right, I sure will. Just making the content, just filming the content, producing the video. The techie side of actually making the video is actually really fun for me, and I never thought it would be. Angry Pirate wants to be entertained, so maybe we have some snowmen in the future. I'll make a snowman again for you, Angry Pirate. Frank and Gary, put on YouTube and then share on Facebook means more views. Absolutely. Very good point, Frank. Social media is huge. When you publish a video, copy that link. If you have your personal Facebook page or a Facebook page like Frank and Carrie's Homestead or Hope This Works Homestead or Oak Knob Farm on Facebook, any of those, always, always, always share that link on Facebook. And then once I share that on that page, I always send it over to Instagram. I'll give a shout out to Oak Camp Ranch right now. He is huge on Instagram. He's had a lot of followers. It is a great way to use social media to try and, funnel from one platform to the other to really get your following going. Yeah, Mike, Dylan Woodworks has to get out of here, say goodbye. See you, Dylan. That's awesome. I will check you out on your next video and your next live streams. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you joined us. Angry Pirate, yeah, absolutely. Go grab some dinner. Yeah, always use always use your social media. There are these darn flies here. Actually, I got some things off eBay the other day. Got paid for a woodworking project. Yeah, we know, Old Camp, you're still working in the kitchen. I know. No. Yeah, and to respond to Oak Knob, you know, I rarely post on my own uh, social media, my personal social media. And actually I rarely kind of surf through that feed. But we do have Hope This Works on Facebook and Kevin's Wood Creations on Facebook, and I'll cruise that uh, because that's a way to get my stuff out there. But I'm not really a Facebooker and Twitter. I'm not. I have a Twitter account, but it really isn't doing a whole lot. Instagram actually is a really good platform, I think, for us. Uh, get a lot of feedback. Yeah, prep stutter Bob. Um, Big attention getter. Um, I don't know. The thing about Instagram, it's connected to Facebook. So when I set up my Kevin's Wood Creations on Instagram, I can set it up to make an Instagram post. And then as soon as I post that to Instagram, it's automatically posting to Facebook too. So it's kind of doing the double duty. So uh, it's posting two social medias at the same time rather than you having to, dip into all your social medias and post and share and all that stuff. So it really does, really does a good thing. Um, like yeah, garden obsessions, you just commented there. Uh, Start up a Facebook page and let Instagram post to your Facebook. Uh, and they can do that also with Twitter and Tumblr and all that other stuff too. But uh, I really probably spend more of my time with Instagram, and it's more woodworking related. But you could also tag locations. So when I do a gardening picture on Instagram, because my page name is Kevin's Wood Creations, when I do a gardening picture, I'm actually tagging the location as Hope This Works. So it's kind of pulling them over there. And then it gets them into my Hope This Works Facebook, which is gardening and homestead related. Uh, One thing I wanted to do is when I get a profit from a woodworking item, and we don't have a lot of money coming in, uh, I always try to reinvest. I always try and reinvest. I take some of that profit. Obviously, I buy, milk and bread and cookies and stuff for the house. But what I also do is shop on eBay or Amazon for some woodworking things. So what I needed for my wood shop was some router bits. Got this nice little Craftsman router bit set. It's new old stock, um, but has molding bits, some straight cutting bits, a cove bit, and a dovetail bit. I got it actually for a really good price. And I have a dining room table build coming from my friend. Uh, he's about 300 miles away. And I needed to do some mortise and tenons. So I needed some Forstner bits. And I didn't have any Forstner bits for my wood shop. So actually on eBay, and I found a eBay store which was a Habitat for Humanity store. Uh, this was actually a used kit, but actually never used. It just has a little crack in the case right there. But I have I think it's a 13 or 14 bit Forstner bit set. I got it for like $40, which is a good buy. So reinvest into what can produce some more money for you. Uh, Rather than going to Home Depot or Lowe's and spending 80, 90, $100 on those, I use a little bit of profits from my woodworking and come back. Hey, Jeremy, you're here. Awesome. Erwin makes some good stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty glad that I scored these sets here. I wanted to show you that for you guys. Uh, you got any questions? What am I working on? What do you want to see? I'm thinking about doing maybe a little more vloggy, but not like everyday vlog, but almost trying to do a Monday through Friday. I'll let you know what's going on rather than, but also fill in my, you know, woodworking and videos like that. What do you guys think? Yeah, Oak Knob. I actually have a diamond cone wheel that I'm looking at right now. I want to start sharpening all of my circular saw blades. You know, a Diablo 80 tooth blade for my circular saw or my table saw or my chop saw, you know, it costs you 40, $50, right? And they're carbide too, but you can sharpen carbide teeth. I have a machinist background, so I just don't have the machine to sharpen it. So actually, I have a diamond cone cup wheel, I guess you call it, on my Amazon wish list that I'm going to buy, and I'm actually going to make a circular saw blade sharpening tool. But that can also be adapted to sharpen your own drill bits, sharpen Forstner bits, sharpen planer blades. I have a 13-inch wind planer, surface planer down here under the bench. So that can actually really provide a good value. You're not purchasing those incidentals, those things like, yeah, you always have to purchase sandpaper, you always have to purchase glue, but when you have to buy blades, those are throwaway blades usually because nobody has an avenue to sharpen those. So, yeah, in Oak Knob, yeah, you can sharpen those blades several times. So that's really a way you can save money on your homestead by, I'm going to make a wooden tool, you know, an electric motor that I salvage either out of a dishwasher or a dryer or a washing machine or something else. Use 3/4 inch birch plywood to make the frame and the assembly, possibly salvage the belt and pulleys off another appliance, of course, and purchase a diamond cone wheel and make these tools myself. So, yeah, absolutely. You got to stop cutting nails. Uh, that is one thing that I use 90% repurposed lumber and things like that. So there's always a chance you're cutting through a staple, a nail, a screw. I'm pretty diligent. I don't have a magnet that I can run over or a metal detector. Some guys in my woodworking groups talk about that. You know, carbide does cut steel, but it's just not going to last as long. So I'm working on my 36-inch edge sander. This is actually a 4x36-inch belt. That's going to provide me some good adaptability for sanding my boxes. You know, run these up against my edge sander like this and sand it at all kind of angles and stuff like that. This is actually a 3,750 RPM washing machine pump motor. So use what you got, not what you ain't. I think I just saw somebody pop in here. Jeremy says, before I started YouTube, I had an adventure of making an old saw blade and making a hand plane blade for one of my hand planes. Actually, yeah, Jeremy. I have 2 hand planes coming from my sister that were back in storage at my mom's. So I'm pretty excited. I think one of them is a Stanley. I'm not sure what you know, if it's number 3 or number 4 or whatever. But I think there's a tool restoration video coming in on that. And that was actually my grandpa's plane. Yeah, barbed wire in trees is pretty rough. Hi, Patrice. Patrice's project just showed up. I'd like to give a shout out again, guys. Thank you for everybody that's joining me. This was really just an impromptu live stream. I want to let you know that tomorrow I am doing a live stream and we're going to do the randomizer for my 500 subscriber giveaway. So, one of those lucky commenters in my contest time video, you should be able to find that. I posted that on August 12th, I believe. Anybody that comments on that, and anybody that went over to Kevin's Wood Creations on Facebook and liked that page will be entered in that randomizer. Patrice, we're doing a concrete job at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. We're probably going to be there until about 5. So I'm thinking my live stream is going to be, after I wash up and stuff like that, probably 7 Mountain. So it's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. So let me write that down real quick to make sure that I remember what I said to you guys. 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. That's going to be tomorrow night. We're going to do the randomizer. Well, Patrice, you're Pacific time, so it might be the same as Mountain time. It might not, I don't know. Ask Old Camp. He knows what time it is. I'm not sure. See you, Jeremy. Get back to work. Work hard, buddy. Don't let you meatloaf. We are approaching the 1 hour mark. I really appreciate you guys showing up. I think we hit a total of 9 people at one time. We have 5 right now. We have 11 thumbs up, so that's super awesome. You want to see the homestead? I'm going to do like 10 minutes. I'm going to walk around. My phone has a good charge on it right now. I'll show you some tomatoes and some pumpkins and some sleeping dogs. I got 2 sleeping dogs in here. Prepsteader Bob wants to see the greenhouse. Prepsteader Bob wins. And actually, yeah, I have to, I'm totally leaving a sunroof in my greenhouse. What's my Instagram name? Kevin's Wood Creations. And there's a space between Kevin's and Wood and Creations with not the dash, but like the lower, I guess, whatever you want to call it, I guess. I don't know. Kevin's line, Wood line, Creations. You can see it in almost any of my underscore. Yes, thank you, Oak Knob. Underscore. That's awesome. Unplug my phone. I'm just going to have to point it out in front of me, guys, and we're going to take a stroll. You're going to get to see Coco's pit bull. Wander yard. This is where the camper used to sit. We moved that camper last weekend. And this is right here where it used to sit, so I'll be back around here. Oh, I forgot something. Hope you didn't get dizzy, guys. There's Cocoa Puff again. Tool bag. Tool bag. Boxes. Hard hat. Tool bag. That's Cocoa Puff's couch. That was the couch we used to have in the house about a year ago. She insisted that she needed her couch and her little blankie outside, and we saved it, so she's pretty happy about that. Those are sunflowers. I am going to leave a sunroof in my greenhouse because those dudes are doing pretty good. These are all my Roma tomatoes. It's kind of a little challenge holding the phone and knowing what comments might be coming in, guys. These are my Romas. See my hand? All planted directly from seed. This is actually yellow pear that I saved from a hailstorm. This is a red pear that I saved from a hailstorm. Uh-oh, I just saw a comment, something about a kitty. What's that? Yeah, absolutely, guy. I call him Booger. I call the kitty Booger. And Billy Joe calls him Mr. Dillons. But actually his official Wyoming name is Opie Nougat Head Wyoming Frank Oldcamp Bocephus Smith, I think. I may have missed one. I'm not really sure. But it's like short for Booger. I call him Booger. So you're going to see Booger around every once in a while. Oh yeah, let's check out some, well, there's my worm bin. But hey, whoa, hold on, guys. These are my pet plants. Those are my Fresnos, my Chimayo chilies. Woo, Chimayo chilies. We have some, this is a brand new bed I planted. I have lettuce growing on right here. Kale just started up. Radishes just started up. And these dudes are popping up right now. These are my spinach. I have 2 rows of leeks, and they haven't come out yet. Yellow pears and money makers right there. California wonder peppers. Cauliflower. Funny looking cucumbers. Check out this guy. He just got short and fat for some reason. I have no idea. But these cukes are growing like weeds. These are my, oh, what is this guy? I forget. Not a California wonder, that's my pepper. Oh, those are my Better Boy tomatoes right there. These are, oh yeah, my Indigo Rose. You guys gotta see these guys. Almost purple. Purple and orange is just crazy looking. I'm back. I gotta look at the comments for a second here. Oh, Patrice says she voted Steel. That's right. That may have been the name that I forgot to mention. Steel, like steel chainsaw, not like steel, like S-T-E-E-L. I am not doing the greatest with my punkers, but I actually have punkers growing. So my whistle thicket. Hey, there he is. There's Steel Booger OP Boost. Oh, he's gone. read these comments real quick here, guys. Oh, and I don't know, this greenhouse, I have spent an entire amount of $85. You don't mind if I smoke, do you? Let me look at my comments real quick here. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. You don't want me to sing, do you, Old Camp or Oak Knob Farm? Because I'm not a great singer, but I do have a video coming out about a pickle. And I may actually sing about a pickle. Patrice, yeah, my greenhouse measures 25 feet by 16 feet. Representative Bob Brown, don't forget to email me. Yes, I will email you, Bob. I'm actually going to do that tonight. We are at the 1 hour mark, guys. Let me go back in our shop real quick. Check out the prairie. Oh, yeah, in my case tractor. But we don't have a tree one on our prairie. We own 5 acres and we can see 17 miles. All right, I'm back. Let me check out the comments here real quick. Oh yeah, UT33 200 Indigo Rose. Oops, here we go. My sister house really cool looking right now. Yours look just right on the edge of going off. One of the coolest tomatoes we've seen, but just not tried. Need to retire soon so I can my own home and just go crazy. Yeah. I'm sort of retired. Actually, guys, I'm applying for Social Security disability. To be honest with you, I can't work a normal 40-hour job anymore. The work that I do really just provides some materials and a little bit of cash. Thanks for coming, Patrice. And you know, so I'm semi-retired. I'm going to be 47 in November. I'm not a young man anymore, but I've done a lot of young man's work, and it's really turned me into an old man sometimes. Yeah, garden obsessions, and you can grow a beard. Actually, I was a corrections officer in the state of Michigan in the state system, MDOC, for just shy of 10 years. Couldn't shave at all. No mustache, no beard, no nothing. We had to qualify for SCBA masks and all that. It drove me bananas. I hated shaving every day. So I know it looked, I think you're a military man. So bless you and thank you for your service. But yeah, I was in the same boat. I had to shave every single day. So I started doing this. And one of my sons told me years and years ago, says, Daddy, why are you hanging on to a dream? That's funny, right? So actually, I'm going to cut this guy short. Billy Joe should be showing up pretty soon here. I promised her I was going to do the dishes, and they've sat in the sink for 3 days, so they smell a little funny. I got to get back inside. I wanted to remind you, go hit my 500 subscriber giveaway video, comment. Oh, Carl and Dawn, I didn't know you guys were here. Uh, if you want me to keep talking, I keep rapping with you, Carl and Don. That's be awesome. Uh, Oak Knob, yes, I will make sure that Prepster Bob has your email. Love all you guys. You gave me 14 thumbs ups. Uh, you can always, I'm going to upload this as a video, Carl and Don. Uh, yeah, our garden obsessions. Yeah, it was a blast, actually. Live streams are amazingly, um, for some reason, quick for me. Uh, I get real nervous at the beginning, like I'm going to do a live stream, and then I it starts going, and then the next thing you know, I'm a half hour into a live stream, and then I think, oh, the squirrels are taking over or something. And but I'm glad you guys are here. That's awesome. Uh, Carol and Don, yeah, 40 years. Let me make sure I read that correctly. 40 years and 10 months. Monday was my last day. Congrats on your semi-retirement. Um, 40 years is a long time. Old Camp is still here. I guess he wants me to keep on talking. Are you still canning, Old Camp? What is it? You got to be running out of squash. Pickles? Carrots? What do you got, Old Camp? Actually, tonight, when I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to do some quick and dirty bread and butter built dills. So, that's going to be in a video probably tomorrow or the next day. Some quick and dirty bread and butters and maybe some quick and dirty salsa. I've got these chili peppers and stuff. Tons of tomatoes. Yeah, we're going to have some. I don't know if my tomato production is up to the point where I was going to be canning, but uh, how part of the reason I was going for is kind of a rotational harvest. Um, Also building the greenhouse at the same time, and yeah, I'm never gonna wash the dishes, garden obsessions. Yep, I just keep on talking. Stupid squirrels. Uh, but we want to be able to have a continual rotate, a rotational harvest. So we want to be able to grow really late into the year and then start up really early. Maybe possibly sell some microgreens in the spring. So one of my next things is getting my rocket stove slash wood burner in my wood shop going and actually doing a boiler system. I'm sourcing water pumps and some pipe and looking at volume of how much water I can pump back and forth so I can keep warm water flowing into the greenhouse through the night after the fire goes out. So by the time I get back in the morning to start a fire, I still have some warm water pumping. So I'm doing a little bit of math, but I'm good at that. So we'll see how this works. I'm glad you got a lot of tomatoes, Oak Knob. I have like 3 of your videos on my watch later list right now. That's one thing that, yeah, I really have to be honest with you guys. Uh, I don't do a great job at getting to watching a video Johnny on the spot when it comes out, but a lot, you know, 99% of them I stick in my watch later and I kind of catch up, but then I'm sure I miss some, and it's hard. I have, oh shoot, I probably have over 500 subscriptions, so it's hard to watch every single video. But we certainly do try. I put a little pile of videos over to Billy Joe's plate, so she can help me watch sometimes. But if I sat and watched YouTube all the time, I'd never get anything done either. So we have garden session, we have stuck primarily to fall flowers and shrubs, but this fall we'll start our first fall harvest, thanks to channels like yours. That's awesome. I take that as a huge compliment. That's fantastic. That usually in Wyoming we don't have a like if I was Mr. Dan in Mississippi, you have two gardening seasons. You have a spring and a fall. Uh, in Wyoming, I think with our goal of doing a greenhouse is to kind of get that spring and fall, uh, really be able to grow late. Something I learned from Old Camp is he grew all year in his greenhouse last year uh, certain select vegetables like some Swiss chard and things like that, which you can harvest that Swiss chard and you can feed your animals. So, maybe we can't grow peppers all year round, but maybe we can grow chard all year round, or maybe we can have a certain nice hot spot in our greenhouse all year round where we do get a good productive area of lettuce or spinach or beets or something like that. So, this is really our first year uh, doing this type of gardening system and this setup. We are a new homestead, hence the name of our channel. Hope this works. So I'm glad everybody's sticking around. It's really cool that we can be honest, we can be transparent, we can share our failures. Failures, of course. Yeah, Ocamp says cabbage. Yeah, grew cabbage all year round. So things like cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, things like that. Cool weather crops. So we're gonna see what we can do. Ocamp has a bunch of water barrels in his greenhouse, which is just a ambient heat system, uh, and I'm kind of modifying that heat system. So I'm going to actually try and pump warm water into those barrels. So we'll see how it works. One of my favorite is Brussels sprouts. I just love Brussels sprouts. My dad loved Brussels sprouts. Uh, just a fantastic little nugget of love. They're perfectly bitter, I guess, if that sounds tasty at all. Perfectly bitter. Uh, oh, darn flies. And we are rocking this live stream. I'm going to shut my shop door real quick so I don't let any more flies in here. All right. Yeah, Ocamp, yeah. Passive solar. Oak Knob, HVAC design, mechanical engineering. Feel free to ask questions. Wow, I wonder sometimes which question do you ask, right? Pardon me. There's such a wealth of knowledge out there. I can't take my glasses off. I can't see my comments. Oh, there we go. Um, hey, Dave and Darcy. Is this Dave or Darcy? Old Camp was just talking about you at the 30-minute mark. Make sure you scroll back through the comments and see what Old Camp was talking about you. Just picking, Old Camp. Really, you don't mind if I smoke? Oh, you remember Dave from Two Cedars fell out the bed. What, last week, something like that? Fell out the bed. Cut his finger on his tractor before that. Fell out the bed next day or next night. Dave should wear your helmet. All right. We need to fill in Dave and Darcy. Dave and Darcy, I have a... I see that comment, that's funny. Hello, ladies. Boy, I'm like live streaming at $1.16 and now I get people showing up again. I just said goodbye like 15 minutes ago. Actually, Elf Lords, we're smoking and consuming Pepsi products. You can consume whatever you want to consume on your side. Garden Obsessions is still here. I just said like 15 minutes ago, Dave, Nathan, and whoever else just showed up, Elf Lords, that I promised I would do the dishes for Billy Joe. She's on her way back from Rapid City, visiting her son. She'll be here in probably an hour or so. So I was saying goodbye on her live stream. I got to go do the dishes because they've been sitting there for 3 days. Probably smelling a little funky by now. Now, Garden Obsessions would give me crap because I'm not doing the dishes. I mean, I could go inside, but, you know, you guys don't want to see me do the dishes, do you? Yeah. Carl and Don, I don't know if you... I made an old camp ranch inspired drone, and the drone fell on my head. And I told Billy Joe, this is a couple months back, I told Billy Joe that the drone fell on my head. Cut my ear and scratched my back, and the next thing you know, she's making me wear a hard hat. Go figure. As long as you keep talking and are entertaining, I will do it. Well, Nathan, song and dance. What you got? I mean, I could show you all the buckets of crap I have stashed under there. You know, I never wanted to make a YouTube video in my shop because I have a bunch of crap stored under my bench right there. But I said, heck with it. You know, I'll be Kevin. This is exactly who Kevin is. And you guys can join me in the wood shop, and that's totally cool. Actually, I'm making, finishing up some boxes. These are super cool hickory boxes. I'm doing 20 of them for a knife maker. Got my little process set up. Got my radial arm saw going on over here. Got my drum sander over there. Trying to get working on my edge sander that I'm making with a recycled dishwasher motor. Hence my motto, this works. Got some good eBay scores, some router bits. Yeah, totally, where are we at here? Maybe I talk too much. I should just read the comments. You guys are more entertaining than I am, I think. That's why probably Billy Joe leaves to go to Rapid City. So I can just... She's probably tired of talking to me, actually, because then I went live and then started talking to all you guys. She probably leaves, so she doesn't have to talk to me. That's so funny. Actually, we have a... November will be 6 years. We'll be together for 6 years. And fantastic relationship. Yes, all the piles have piles of crap. Yes, Oaknarb. Yeah. Do the dishes. Somebody keeps telling me to do the dishes. I want to do the dishes. Actually, I was going to do some quick and dirty bread and butter dill pickles. But I have a pile of dishes in my kitchen sink, so I'm not going to take my tripod inside. I'd rather show you the pile of crap under my bench rather than the inside of our house. So there's my little bit of lack of transparency, a lack of sharing. I'm sorry, guys, but you probably don't want to show the inside of your house all the time either. So we've been hauling hay, round bales. They weigh about 1,200 pounds, and we have about 150 more to haul. And that is such a pain in the behind. You don't have to lift the round bales, of course. Bobcat, skid steer, puts them on the truck and all that, but this guy has to throw the straps over and strap them down to the truck, and then drive the truck, and then unstrap them, and then drop them, and then go pick up again. Well, the failure and the part of I don't like haying is when you lean down under to hook the strap up under these 1,200-pound bales that are on top of the truck. I get a bunch of freaking straw and hay down my shirt, and I get stuff stuck in my beard, and oh my gosh. Everybody that's watching, make sure you go over to Mrs. D's channel. That's the Mrs. side of Two Cedars Micro Farm. She has produced 2, maybe 3 videos. I'm fairly certain 2 videos. She loves playing in the dirt. She has some pastas. Oh boy, I'm just blanked on all the names. Almost all the same types of. Oh shoot, man! I wish I could remember. Same stuff that my mom would love planting and always did plant. So, big shout out to Miss D. Yes, Garden Obsessions. I forgot your first name actually. I knew it was Angie, but yes, Ambrose and Angie. Uh, Two Cedars, Dave and Darcy, Elflore's Journey. I have no idea what your first name is. Samson Farms, little vague on your name. Dave is always from Oak Knob. Nona Grace, I think we can figure out her first name. Ms. D says thank y'all. Yeah, Elf Lords. He is going to give away one of my picture frames. I have a stack of unfinished picture frames right here. When he hits 200 subscribers, he's going to give away one of his watercolors and one of Kevin's Wood Creations frames. Nona Grace, you are brand new here in the last couple weeks. How about you tell us where you're from there, Nona Grace? Sobriety does weird crap. Billy Joe and I have met Western New York, Nona Grace. All right, Western. Pastafarian, yeah. Yeah. I love to smoke the pasta, yeah. Actually, no comment. Garden Obsessions? No, I actually stole this out of the kitchen so I could sift my ash out of my wood stove, which I've not used before. But I'm not like you would mind because it's the ash that would be on my head, not yours. So who cares? Are you guys still there? Man, it like just poof. YouTube must have stopped or something. And I got a pile of notifications on my phone, and then my app said YouTube stopped. Pretty good afternoon happening. I can see you now. Yes, thank you, Dave from Oak Knob. Afternoon, that sun. I don't know if it hits like a cell tower and get a sunspot or something goofy goes happening. But hey, we still have 5 people. We have 17 likes. I love you guys. To recap, Dave thinks I'm a pastafarian. Finished up my boxes. I love these boxes. Recap. Nona Grace is from Western New York. They have trees there. Wyoming does not have trees where I'm. Somebody is live right there. Old Camp. We know exactly what you look like. Yes. We can see you now. Thank you for coming back. Nathan from Samson Farms, who recently changed his name because he fails to identify with his God-given name. He wants to identify as a farm for some reason. I mean, maybe that's a new thing. Not to, people who identify with different things. It's cool, but, Nathan, I mean, like, you're going to identify with a farm? I mean, like, are you a corn stalk? Because you're not really shaped like a corn stalk. You're more like a kind of, sunflower. Is that cool? Yes, Elf Lords, we did reveal the kitty name. I call him Booger. It's pretty common, Booger. Like, the things that happen up there. And Billy Joe calls him Mr. Doings. It's kind of different, but it's okay. Because he's always doing something. We ask him, what are you doing? Like, I'm being a weird kitty. So he's always doing something. But his actually official Wyomingite name. Oh, yeah. Nathan identifies with a round bale of hay. That's cool. Samson Farms. He's a bale of hay. That's cool. Anyway, I actually don't even know. Side note, squirrels happening. Poof. Kitty's official God-given name is Opie Steele, Wyomingite, Trailer House, Pastafarian, Samson, Ocamp, Nougat Head, or something like that. There's going to be a big reveal video that Billy Joe does on his actual name. But I call him Booger. And she calls him Mr. Doings. He's actually sleeping somewhere here in the shop. So, which is pretty cool. Wow, 17 thumbs ups. That is just freaking amazing. And I haven't sworn once, which is absolutely amazing. Smoked 17 cigarettes. Oh, I have something in the box. You want to see what's in the box? The first comment that says, I want to see what's in the box, gets a box of sawdust from Kevin's Wood Creations. How about that? Nona Grace, send me your address and a private message. I will send you a box of sawdust. Because you win. This is something I purchased off eBay for a cordless tool that I was quite fond of, but my batteries went to crap. This is a Chinese-made 18-volt battery for a Porter cable drill. I'll show you my drill. Volt Porter cable. Half full of sawdust, I think. Comes partially charged. $11. Now, if you bought an actual Porter cable NiCad battery from, I mean, if you actually bought the Porter cable battery, it cost you like $35. But I think it was like $10.99 plus $1.99 shipping on eBay. So now, Porter cable drill, which I have some Milwaukee's, but this 18-volt drill works really good. I also have a Sawzall and a circular saw. Pretty happy about that. So that's one of those smart shopping type things. Where are we at? Farmer JT. Hey, hello, Farmer JT. He is a young feller that does all kinds of gardening and stuff. Are you still here, Farmer JT? Leave me a comment. I'll keep giving you a shout out if you're here. Farmer JT, his last name is Porter. Porter, like Porter Cable. All right, yeah. The kid knows some gardening, right? Does some live streams. I actually found his channel through, I can't even remember where. I'll join his live streams every once in a while. Garden Obsessions, he loves the Porter cable set. Yeah, I like my Porter cable set. It was actually something that was in storage at my mom's Oknob, or Garden Obsessions. And the batteries were crapped over the winter. And it's like, man, you could buy the whole kit for like $200, but you spent $70 on a couple new batteries. So I'd done some research and did some eBay stuff, and it's always nice having another drill, another Sawzall, another circular saw. I love my Milwaukee stuff. Totally not represented by Milwaukee, but hey, if you ever want to go to my Amazon wish list, there is a pile of red Milwaukee tools on there. Christmas gifts for Kevin if you want. I'm totally joking. Okay, guys. I'm here. Thank you. All right. Hickory is the best. You guys are talking about chickens or something, aren't you? Farmer JT says, "Hi, how are you? I don't think you watch me anymore, but I watch you." Oh no shit, Farmer JT. Like I was just saying here a minute ago, we probably do. I try to manage my amount of subscriptions, but there's a pile of them, and I try to, I don't know. I don't want to make people feel unimportant, but I try to stuff the ones in my watch later real good that I want to see. If it's something that I'm not really, interested in. If you're fixing a Ford vehicle and I don't own any Ford vehicles, I may not watch your Ford vehicle repair video. But if you're fixing a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower, most likely it's going into my list I need to watch. Gardening, like totally up on the top of the list, things like that. So I apologize, JT, if, old DeWalt's 12 volts. I remember my old Milwaukee 9 volts with the straight batteries. Those were some of my favorite tools. Garden Obsessions, Ambrose and Angie, thank you for joining me. This was awesome fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you are here tomorrow. I wrote down the time. 7 p.m. Mountain, it'll be 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to do a random comment picker for anybody that comments on my 500 sub giveaway video that was published on the 12th of August. You will get a custom woodworking project. Now, keep in mind, when I had a 200 subscriber giveaway, I gave away a custom end grain cutting board, okay, like a $100 value. So my 500 sub is going to get something good. Not just a $25 gift card or, you know, a $25 box or something like that. You get to pick what you want. I'm not going to ship you a gigantic dining room table set. That's probably not going to happen, but we will communicate together. Go over to that video. Give me a comment if you're not already commented. We will work out a Kevin's Wood Creations giveaway. I am happy to give my stuff away. Part of what supports our homestead is my woodworking, my strive to make repurposed tools and buy, you know, $10 batteries for other tools. And we live 40 miles from a big box store, so I can't just, you know, zoom over there and get a part or get a tool or get a stick of lumber. So reuse, repurpose. For Christmas, that was your wish list. Ocamp says I forgot to turn on my WHI. Maybe he forgot to start typing. Oh, forgot to turn on his Wi-Fi. Did Ocamp go away for a minute there? The other thing I bought the other day was some. I love two-part epoxy. Epoxy is so useful for so many different things. Waterproof, super strong. I bought some DevCon two-part epoxy, 2,500 pound PSI strength. I'm going to glue some crap together. So if you want to see a video of me gluing some crap together, send me a comment. Kevin, glue something together. I'd be happy to do it. Wow, we still have 8 people watching. 18 thumbs ups. 7. Oh man, somebody just left. 7 people. Oh. One thing I did the other day is, hey, I never heard anybody comment on this before. I have had this thing in my wood shop in several different videos. All right, Oak Knob, I will contact you real quick. One thing that nobody has commented on, like I said, it's been in several different videos, and I actually used some two-part epoxy. My Santa deer head. Christmas lights. They actually blink. I actually had this screwed to the top of my truck for the Christmas season. Now, this right here could be something that you might win from Kevin's Wood Creations. Doesn't necessarily have to be a wood project. If you want the reindeer, deer head, Santa Claus thingy, if you win the contest, you can have this guy. Who wants it? Maybe I'll just send it to Old Camp, and he'll have to glue the thing to his house. And we'll make him glue it to his house and put it in a video. Maybe that's what I'll do. What do you guys think? Should I just mail it to Old Camp? No, Old Camp, he doesn't do dishes. But he blinks. And he makes noise. And the same AA battery has been running him for probably 2 years. But I'm surprised. I put this in the background of my videos sometimes. Nobody's commented. Like, what is that darn deer head in the back? Sure, you can have it. No to Grace thinks it's a great idea. No, you can't put him outside with the gnomes, Old Camp. You can't put him outside with the gnomes. Electricity and water don't mix. And what if the gnomes really don't have a deer hat identity thing going on? You know, maybe they don't, I don't know, maybe they don't get along. You know, gnomes are little, like this big, or this big. You know, they got funny little heads. What do you think? Oh, you got indoor gnomes. But we want you to glue it. Oh, yeah. I just said glue it to your house. What about Terry, Old Camp? Would she approve? Is Terry there right now? Terry's not there. So if you received the funny deer head thing, would Terry approve of you putting it in the house? Very good, Carl and Don. Okay, he'll sit there and blink at you while you do the dishes. Okay, Terry would approve. I guess I'm sticking it in a box and I'm going to mail it to Old Camp. Samson, kind of like Santa's elves. That's awesome. I think I may actually have a box in the shop that I could stick this in. I am going to the post office tomorrow. Did you guys know that the Turbo Smasher, was it the 6,000 Turbo Smasher 6,000 or Turbo Smasher 7,000? I can't remember. This thing's still going strong. Got it. I really can't believe you're still watching me do this live stream. Billy Joe's going to be like here, I think an hour ago I said she's going to be home in an hour. And yep, she texted me. Kevin, you better do the dishes. Actually, Billy Joe is so mild-mannered. She was like, she probably didn't even care that I did the dishes or not. She probably actually just misses the crap out of me, actually. And afraid that I'm alone and unsupervised. But I'm not unsupervised because I have you guys. Is that weird? Is that weird? That I'm that close to the camera? Tons of material for a video. Actually, yes, Old Camp. You need diversity. Diversity in your channel, you know? You do different things and stuff. Canning. Wow, that's awesome. But throw a deer head in there. Throw some goofy gnomes in there. Sometimes, one of these days, we want to see your shop. one time when you had a very young YouTube channel, you said that your shop was organized by dynamite. I'm live streaming from my shop, and the dynamite is placed clearly right around there, Old Camp. So, show us your shop, Old Camp. How many comments can we get for Old Camp to show us his shop? That was weird. Supervision is a strong word. Yes, Garden Obsessions. Are we talking to Ambrose or are we talking to Angie? Because Ambrose had to go wash his behind because he just got home from work. No, Lord, I don't get in trouble. Yeah. I'm glad you joined us, Ambrose and Angie. Show it, Rick. Oh, Flores wants to see it. Nona Grace wants to see it, Rick. Carl and Dawn wants to see it, Rick. Okay, Ambrose is sort of still here, I guess. Nathan wants to see your shop, Rick. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get to the dishes. Oh, one kind of did its thing there. Okay, here we go. Anyway, man, we are really approaching the 2-hour mark now, guys. Oh, I never did show you this. This, my friends, are there any guesses what this may be? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Tell him what he won, Bob. Nathan just won an all-expense-paid trip to the Homestead. 3 days and 2 nights to help me build 2 more of these. Yeah, actually, these are made out of Schedule 40 3-inch PVC. This is the first blade that I've made. It's approximately, let me grab my handy dandy tape measure right here. It's actually 24 inches long. This is a propeller blade for a windmill that I'm making. And it might be powered by a Suzuki. Yes, Old Camp. And actually, Nathan, the barn build may be kind of postponed. The lumber that we were supposed to get from the salvage blowdown barn that I showed you here a couple weeks ago on Messenger, that we were outbid. So all that lumber that actually I kind of needed to build my barn kind of hit. So kind of lost your job. What does that mean, Nathan? Kind of lost your job. Does that mean you were caught drinking on the job and you got fired, or was it like, we don't have a lot of work? Grow some vegetables, feed your family. Fill us in there, buddy. Oh, bummer. Lost our fulfillment contract for installing satellite internet. Yeah, that's a drag. Uh, I guess that actually brings up a new topic. What happens when what happens when you have a homestead and the money that you're bringing in doesn't come in anymore? A lot of us live on pretty limited, resources. We don't have I say coal mine job, because coal is Wyoming state. Um, but what happens when corporate America downsizes, or what happens when things like that happen? Um, we have to be prepared. We have to have not all of our eggs in one basket. We have to have diversity. Um, like Nathan just said, most of his bills are covered by his VA check, which is awesome. Okay. Um, Old Camp's gonna survive eating squash, right? Uh, Nona Grace, yes, I have a young rooster, and he is on his fourth of 9 lives. That's Little Red. You actually should go check out that video. I built him a swing. I still have it in my shop here. I don't know if you see it. Yeah, you see that swing right there? Yeah, Nathan knows. A little better, a little big, little red and big red. Um, yeah, I Tiger Woods him here about a week ago, and it's so funny because I watch a whole bunch of different YouTube channels, right? And like you guys probably all do, uh, it never fails. Anybody that has chickens and they're filming a video, there's a rooster cackling in the background, and it could be quiet as a church on the homestead, and most people can probably attest to this. But as soon as you hit that record button, they start cackling, and it's like, oh my gosh! I'm actually surprised. We've been live streaming almost 2 hours, and they haven't cracked once. But now they're just going nuts. Uh, it's pretty interesting. So I kind of turn it out, tune it out. Uh, I laugh every time I watch a video. It's a rooster's cackling. I watched one this morning, Nathan, that it was homesteading with the Eberts. Boop, rooster starts cackling, and he said he named him too. It was funny. Lord Farquaad. Isn't Lord Farquaad from the movie Shrek? You're gonna have to help me out, guys. If you guys have seen Shrek, Lord Farquaad. I named their rooster Lord Farquaad. So yeah, we're celebrating a Seagar again. Yeah, if you no, I actually old Camp Geese. We have Fred and Ethel. Give it about another month. Fred and Ethel start showing up in our back area. Kind of a low grassy area. It fills up with a pond actually in the wintertime, fall and then spring. Uh, we call them Fred and Ethel. They hang out, and they'll hang out for 3-4 months, and then poof, they're gone about May. They're just gone. But come back here September, October area, Fred and Ethel are back there in that pond. But no, I don't want to raise geese on like our fenced in area. I can only imagine the noise that you guys. I remember one of your first videos at Old Camp that uh, Terry had a little geese, and she's sitting in the lawn chair in her little enclosure, and no geese were just freaking going nuts. No, no. I'm kind of a quiet person. That's why I live at the end of a 4 mile road. No traffic. And it drives me nuts when the roosters start cackling. I'll holler sometimes. I might swear sometimes. And I just like it quiet. But lately I've actually seen my roosters hanging out inside the pig pen. Napoleon just hanging out there, doing his thing. And our roosters are perched up in there. He doesn't care. They don't care. I don't know if they're eating poo or drinking the water or what, but they cohabitate pretty good. So, and this is really the first time I've ever had a pig, first time I've ever had a rooster. I'm actually pretty surprised. I embrace it. I say, hey, this is fun. Go do your chores, old camp. I had Fred and Ethel, a nasty rooster and a half room and a half hen. Fred and Ethel, do you know where that came from, Nona Grace? Why I named them Fred and Ethel? Maybe the television show? Can you name that television show? Oh, I also milled up some Douglas fir. This is out of a 10-foot 4x6. Yes, Nona Grace. Yes, I love Lucy. Absolutely. That's why I named her Fred and Ethel. The 10-foot Doug fir, old growth Doug fir, really tight grain. This is actually what I'm going to build my friend's dining room table out of. And I actually have a subscriber that wants a box just like this, which I'm going to do a little batch of probably 5 or 10 of those Doug fir boxes. But I have a fair amount of Doug fir. That barn we tore down was 50 some years old. So those are all recycled, resalvaged, repurposed, old growth Doug fir. Really, Lucille Ball was born 36 miles from you. No doubt, Nona. Not really related, but my grandma Jean, which is my mom's mom, she was born in 1926. She's done passed many, many years ago. She actually went to elementary school with, the movie Yellow Brick Road, Wizard of Oz. What's her name? Gosh. Judy Garland. Judy Garland. My grandma Jean went to elementary school with Judy Garland. Yes. Yes, Nathan. Dorothy. Yep. So that was pretty interesting. Found that out when I was just a young kid. My grandma Groner, who is still alive, lives in Kalamazoo, Michigan. She's going to be 95 December 5th. She's not doing the greatest. She's been in an assisted living program for probably 2 years now, but she's gone downhill quite a bit in the last few years. Never smoked a day in her life, never drank a day in her life, never driven a car, and she's potentially going to be 95 years old. So I may not live till I'm 95. But I am celebrating. 500 subscribers. I've got a pile of notifications on my phone right now. I may be at 510 by now. Anybody that's joining late, we have 3 in here. We probably have Nathan, we have Nona, and I don't know. I think that's all we got right now that's commenting is Nathan and Nona, which is awesome. Love you guys being here. No, we have 3, 18 likes. Awesome. One tip I want to give you guys is do a live stream every once in a while. Just push the button, record, do a live stream. It increases your watch time. YouTube wants to monetize your channel once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Now, 4,000 watch hours is huge. And that's over a 12-month period, 4,000 watch hours. So, Nona Grace, I am going to have to check that out. Once this is a video, would you please publish the link in a comment? As soon as we're done live, it'll probably take YouTube a while to actually publish it as a video. But I appreciate it if you post that link as a comment. So anybody that comes and visits this live stream can see that video you just mentioned. That'd be awesome. All these flies are just getting horrendous. Whoa. Actually, Nona, Billy Joe and I have done 3 together live streams. And I did one live stream that was about a half hour long a couple weeks ago. Pardon me. I don't know if you see the flies flying around, but they're getting nuts. This is actually my 5th live stream. I've been told sometimes that I should have a radio show or something. And actually, that's a funny story. When I was living in Rapid City, South Dakota, do you guys mind if I take off my hat? It doesn't matter. I'm taking it off anyway. Woo, look at that. Woo, got some chrome gold going on there. Woo. Anyway, when I was living in Rapid City, South Dakota, they had a... Do I look like Homer Simpson? I can put my hat back on. They had a contest to be the next radio show host on this rock and roll channel. Yes, Nathan, you do have a face for radio. That's awesome. Ask me more questions, Nona, if I'm keeping your interest. Fantastic. That's awesome. Do I really have more hair than you, Nathan? Wow. You know, we should actually, Nathan, like, do you do any flooring or interior renos or anything? Because if you come out here to Wyoming, we could start our business and do like 2 grizzly guys deco. What do you think? You know, grizzly. Thanks for letting me be weird. I'm just like weird. But I got sober one day, 2 years, 7 months, 6 days ago or some shit. Oops, first time I swore. Pardon me, guys. 2 years, 7 months, 6 days. And like this weird came out. Now, I don't really know where it was kind of buried in, you know, the depths of... I don't know. Billy Joe could explain it a little more. We want to actually get back into Saturday story time. Kind of tell you really where we started, you know? Really give you guys the story of Kevin and Billy Joe. There's a lot of stuff, you know? There's some things that I really probably don't want to put out on YouTube land. I had a hard time actually putting out that I am a recovering alcoholic, but I'm proud now that I can say I'm sober. It's it's one of those transparency things. Just being who we are, being real, and I wanted to be able to share that with everybody. When I first started a YouTube channel, I didn't want to put that out there, but part of recovery, part of getting to be the real person, finding who you are inside, is explaining it to you guys. Also creating a healthy support network. Support network is usually friends and families and things like that that are sober. And YouTube actually provided that for me. I started being able to communicate with people that were around me, but I've never ran into and I've never met before. So I've had this thought in my head before. Maybe I should start making some roundtable recovery type videos for maybe people that are struggling with alcoholism or addiction. I've been to multiple different treatment centers before. This last one, I was housed in a treatment center voluntarily, somewhat court ordered, for 4 months. Basically isolated from complete society, isolated from Billy Joe, isolated from everything. Pretty much no communication. But I learned how to build myself and build who Kevin was and find who Kevin was. And one day I started a YouTube channel. It was probably 3 months after I got out of my recovery center, and this is what you get, guys. So I started finding myself, and every day is a new adventure. Every day is a great little tidbit of finding these squirrels that are buried in your body, and these creative thoughts and these adventures and this I call it pulling the trigger. I call it when you have those little thoughts pop in your head. When you're an alcoholic or an addict and you pull the trigger, you're usually putting a bottle in your mouth or you're stuffing a needle in your arm. But when you're sober and you pull the trigger on this creativity, you're doing a live stream on a Thursday afternoon for 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's pulling the trigger. When you watch a YouTube video of video creators and you say, hey, I'm going to make a video on a small channel tip and trick, boom, pull the trigger. And then guess what happens? A few weeks later, video creators, or Creator Insider produces a video and gives you a shout out. So, wow. Sometimes it's like, take those chances. Not necessarily jump off that bridge, but take those chances. Don't be afraid to show your pile of crap under the bench, right? Don't be afraid to tell the world who you are. It's just us. It really is. I don't know you, Nona Grace. I don't know you, Nathan Sampson. I probably have a good idea of who you are. But I'm sharing this openly, honestly, affectionately, creatively. It's interesting, and it's freely coming, and it's so neat that you can feel this excitement inside of your body. Not driven by alcohol, not driven by a needle, not driven by a pill, not driven by maybe you're addicted to sugar. Well, I am actually addicted to sugar. I am a huge sugar fan. I love my Mountain Dew, Pepsi, and big old scoop of sugar in my coffee in the morning. But it's not really cross addiction like the clinical people would have you tell. I'm actually pretty happy with my sugar because I'm not shoving a bottle in my face. And not anything. I mean, if you drink, that's cool. I'm not going to block you from my channel or anything. Well, keep getting more people liking my stuff and nobody's commenting, which is cool because they're actually listening to me, which is weird. Whoa, that's weird. Why would like validation and should I just not say anything? You're funny guys. Maybe I'm delivering a message. Maybe this is I've sometimes wondered where my avenue of expression is. Sometimes wondered who are the people that I can touch? Who are the people that I can help? Who are the people that will be friends with me? I don't go out to YouTube land to find friends necessarily, but some of the greatest friends that are on my list, well, one of them's in my chat right now. He's my friend, and I can't wait to meet him in person. Nathan Sampson. Oops. Popped out. Didn't mean to put you out there, Nathan, but I can't wait to meet you. You're my friend. That's a relationship. That's something that's grown. That's something that's I never would have known could have actually happened to me. Keep trucking, guys. Maybe part of this video I can cut and edit and put into another type of video where it's recovery related, motivation related, inspiration related. You know that Billy Joe and I talk like, I don't know, like probably no other couple actually talks and communicates, I would think, maybe, about how we can provide something for people. Not like we are these superb individuals that can give you something, but like, why not freely give part of ourselves to you guys? And heck, this is my voice. I'm freely giving this to you. I'm just sitting here talking by myself in my wood shop, which is in some realms of society is kind of weird. But I know that 4 people are sitting there watching me and actually listening. I love you guys' feedback. I love you guys giving me any type of feedback, saying your video is crap. I'm cool with that because then I can make it better. But 99.9% of the time, my comments I receive on our channel are like, man, I love your video. Hey, great information. Hey, keep going. Man, I can't wait for more. Whoa, that's super, super validation. That's super, like, that's just feeds your inside. And sometimes I feel a little bit obsessed. Jim Hugh, I have never seen you before, buddy. I've seen your name. I think I've seen you subscribe to me, but tell me a little bit about where you are and where you're from. My throat's getting a little parched. I've been talking for like 6 minutes. Yep. That's what I get. Yep. I know there's a lag in comments from the time of Royal Oak, Michigan. Hey, brother. Detroit. Ooh. Are you do you happen to be oh, I know some people in Detroit. My sister, who is a subscriber of mine, she lives in Westland. Her husband works for Roush Technologies. I think he's in Plymouth. She actually works for Ford Motor Company. Mountain Dew Quetch Time. Yep. PepsiCo products. Jim Hugh, designer at GM. I am born and raised in Lansing, Jim. We used to call it Generous Motors. Plant number 1 through 5. Amherstburg, Canada. Is that in Ontario, Jim? Generous Motors. Yeah, Nathan. I was commenting on your video this morning, and I can't put you, man, without writing like 6 paragraphs. You can't really put everything in there. Sometimes YouTube channels have. Oh yeah, Bob Lowe Island. Okay, Jim. Yep, absolutely. Yep, been to Bob Lowe Island. Great. And it's actually not spelled like you just spelled it. Michigander spelling has this French and Finlander and weird letters that go together. My girl's from Wyoming, and she says like that doesn't mean Bob Lowe Island. It's like Boisblanc. She's like, that's not Bob Lowe. That's Boys Blank, right? But anyway, what I was trying to tell you, Nathan, earlier is, or like in the comments, can't add everything. YouTube channels will kind of swing. You know, you're going to go through your little quail section, and you're putting out quail content. You know, summertime homestead channels, they're going to put out a lot of gardening stuff. But wintertime, you know, look at the content you're going to be providing there. So, almost kind of look forward, kind of plan what type of diversity you can have in your channel. You mentioned in your video this morning about building, recycling. You've done like all kinds of stuff. You already have some content almost planned for those maybe swings where you're not doing a lot of quail stuff. But then also, you know, organize your channel with some playlists and some repurposing playlists and some fishing playlists, things like that. You know, so you're always going to have that swing. You're not necessarily going to have unless you have an actual niche, a niche channel, like a gamer channel is going to have a game niche, right? There's not really going to be a swing to their content. Homesteaders, they do all kinds of stuff, you know. I'm fixing lawnmowers, I'm building snowmen, I'm freaking working on a roof, I'm moving a barn, I'm doing in the garden, I'm working on a tractor, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the other thing. So, yeah, don't feel like, oh, my channel's just quail right now. It's kind of a seasonal kind of swing, you know. Man, cool. You know, actually, by building your brand and building your Samson Farms channel is actually going to create a good section of niche and focus on your channel. And people are going to gravitate not just because they're quail lovers, but they're also going to gravitate because you're multi-talented. You're going to work on your barn. You're going to take a girl fishing. You're going to work on some butter. Oh, I'm going to make you butter mold, you know. So, kind of like the Hope This Works channel. I do all kinds of crap around here, right? And I kind of wonder, are my woodworker subscribers going to take off because I'm doing gardening all the time? I don't really think so. I think it's more of having a balanced channel, a balanced diversity, and a balanced loyal subscriber count. Those people that you want are there to stay there and watch all of your stuff. And the people that are just there for woodworking, you know, maybe they're going to stay there, but they're probably not going to watch your gardening videos, which is cool. They're not going to give you dislikes on your gardening videos. They're probably going to still stay there. Homestead crafters, you know. I'm subscribed to knitting channels because my mom was a knitter and my sister makes her own yarn. So that's interesting to me, but I don't watch all their videos, of course. It's just kind of who touches, but I'm a loyal subscriber. So build your channel and don't feel bad that you're kind of focused on one little thing or something right now. Holy crap, Samson, you actually knit? How do you fit those knitting needles in them big giant sausage hands that you have? Yeah, I think quail. I'm kind of sifting through my comments, making sure I hit everybody. Nathan says I have so many quail people interested in my videos. It's not even funny. Focus on that brand. Sorry, guys. Keep that. Kind of feed to that brand, but also feed to the other side a little bit too. You know, I'm not saying that you're not feeding to the other side. It's hard to produce all of the content all of the time. You should look at my freaking lists. I mean, I got piles of lists of stuff to do. I'm a mad scientist. I want to build engines. I got a scooter that I want to put an engine on, and I haven't even touched it. You know, I've got snowmen that I wanted to build last year. Just keep going, right? Nona, I started following crafters, homesteaders, small farms, keto kitchens. I love all the life country girl and all kinds of variety. Well, cool, Nona. You knit too. That's awesome. You actually should go check out my sister, Splash of Color Yarns on Instagram. She actually dyes her own yarn. She does team colors. When it gets a little cooler, I'm going to bust out my chook. Maybe Jim knows what a chook is. Jim might know what a chook is. Thanks for joining us, Jim. You got to go. That's cool. Chook is my beanie, my stocking hat. But she does team colors. My chook is Detroit Lions, Honolulu Blue, and Silver. But she does, you know, well, Michigander type team colors. But I imagine if you go to her Instagram /color yarns, you know, she could probably do some New York Giants or New York Yankees or Tennessee Titans. Nathan, are you a football fan? Because why would anybody like the Tennessee Titans? Oh, I still have 5 people watching. I made a small top whirl to make yarn even. Nathan, I have to admit, sometimes I don't understand what you're saying. WHORL, I'm not sure what that is. Ooh, go Saints. Ooh, that's okay. I like the Saints. New Orleans. I can't even say it. New Orleans. Is that right? New Orleans? New Orleans? I mean, in Michigan we say New Orleans. That's like 4 syllables. New Orleans is that's probably not even how it's supposed to be sounded, right? New Orleans. Now, how do you fit all those consonants and vegetables together? I mean, did I say vegetables? Consonants and adjectives. No, vowels. Vowels and constables. No. Narlands. Narlands? Vowels. Nona Grace wants to know what the website is. That is Splash of Color Yarns. She even makes Ohio State yarn, and I gave her some major crap the other day. She was at a yarn fair in, I think, Romulus, Michigan, northern Detroit, somewhere like that. And like, anybody from Michigan is not supposed to like Ohio State. Like, right at the state line, like, Michigan, Ohio. Nobody in Michigan is supposed to like anybody in Ohio. Now, that's a football thing, not necessarily a homesteading thing. I mean, I love all kinds of people. Homesteader channels in Ohio, but we don't talk football because I don't want to like taint the waters, you know. Because if I say I'm a University of Michigan fan, they'll probably say they're an Ohio State fan, and then there's a good possibility that our relationship becomes broken. And I don't want that to happen because we built our relationship based on love for homesteading, gardening, pickling, canning, mad scientisting, you name it, yarn crafting, underwater basketball, volunteers. Who did they volunteer for, Nathan? The North or the South? Three. Utah. Takes three. New Orleans. See, now, Utah doesn't even have a football team, do they? They got the Utes. Now that's creative. I see. I'm actually smart fact right here. Back in my ancestry, Ulysses S. Grant is like some sort of great 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 uncle reserved to the half side besides the second underscored something. But yeah, Grant is back in our lineage somewhere. So actually, Nathan, you and I are like, isn't there a story back in history about the two brothers? One was on one side and one on the other side. Where'd you go, Kevin? Did you answer me, Nathan? Oh, yeah. Wasn't there a story about that? Where the brothers were one. We're still live. We still have 5 people. This is just freaking so amazing. 2 hours and 32 minutes. I never thought I would do a 2 hour and 32-minute live stream. I gotta show you something, guys. Bearings. Let's talk about bearings. This is a axle out of a motorcycle. Couple spacers, couple deals there. Actually, just the axle bolt, right? But what we have here is some awesome roller bearings, which I am going to use for my edge sander. And they so conveniently, this one fits so conveniently in my piece of PVC. Yes. Nona Grace, her name. Actually, you misspelled that in the comment, but that's cool. Yes, Lisa Adcock. Yes, follow her on Instagram. That's Splash of Color Yards. That is my sister. Yep. She's some funny looking redhead like me. Minus some of the shiny, I guess. She has some weird going on too. Yeah, absolutely small world, Nona. Give her a shout out. Go say something on her Instagram or comment somewhere. You can also find me through her Instagram. I comment on her stuff all the time. That is so awesome. Let her know that you're a subscriber or was just something. That's cool. Small world, right? We were just talking about relationships. We were just talking about uh, did you see a squirrel running across there? Ask me a question, guys. Did you know that I have the brain a size of a watermelon? Come on, Cocoa Puff. Come inside. We're going live. People on the live stream want to know about you, Cocoa Puff. Nona Grace wants to know about you, Cocoa Puff. Come here. Come here, Cocoa Puff. Come here. Come give me kisses. Come here. Here's my pit bull. Cocoa Puff. Come here. Come here. Come give me some. Come give me some pit bull kisses. Come here. No, come here. I know, Daddy. I'm hungry, Daddy. I know you want to go inside, but come here. I need some pit bull kisses. Okay, never mind. I guess Cocoa Puff doesn't want to be on camera. Come here, Cocoa Puff. Come here. Give me some pit bull kisses. Cocoa Puff thinks that she's fat and she doesn't want to be on TV. She actually does have some fluffy going on. Pit bulls are supposed to be kind of fit and, you know, muscular. Coco, she's a red-nosed pit. She weighs about 100 pounds. About 65 of that is blubber. So she has little ripples going on here and there. But to her defense, I mean, she sleeps all day. And it's pretty interesting. She loves her daddy. Her sister, Bailey Pops, she's a blue-nosed pit. She's a little fluffy too, but she sleeps all day long too. Well, I just caught that. That's weird. Is that like where I have not tanned? Ooh, that's weird. That's creepy, isn't it? Tell me that's not creepy. Does anybody want to know how many hammers I have? I love giving stuff away. Maybe win a contest. Didn't I already give something away? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to give Nona Grace a box of sawdust. Crazy, right? Gonna cost me like $12. Lots. Yeah, lots of hammers. Yes, I have lots of hammers. I actually have a tool bag. 1, 2, 3. I have three tool bags. Haha, you're wrong, Nathan. 4 dogs. Not 5. 4. But yes, 1 kitten, 2 roosters, and a pig. That is proof that people watch your channel. When you can put out a question like that. How many roosters do I have? What are their names? How many hammers does Kevin have? Does Kevin wear a hard hat? What's another fancy question? How many board feet of recycled lumber does Kevin have? That was just a little movie. Has anybody ever seen that movie? Where somebody does that? No, Nona Grace. I will totally send you. Actually, I have some really cool sawdust. I have these tubes of 549 board feet. That is incorrect, Nathan. I have these tubes. I actually have a tube. Nathan, that is incorrect. But you are on the high side and the low side. We're smash it somewhere in between there. I did the calculation a few days ago, and I actually was surprised. The Doug fir that I was talking about earlier, this chunk of Doug fir. You know how many board feet of this I have? I have about 1,600 board feet of this Doug fir. That Doug fir, woo-wee. That's how you can reduce your footprint, reduce your need, make your time more valuable than your money. If I go to work for the coal mine for $30 an hour, I'd never have that Doug fir. I'd have to buy that Doug fir. But I could work with my time, which is worth money, to have the worth and the value of the Doug fir, which can create woodworking boxes, which can create frames, which can provide sawdust to Nona Grace. I am happy. I'll fill a box of walnut or red oak or white oak sawdust, send it to Nona Grace. That's cool because it doesn't really cost me any money, but it costs me a little bit of time. But it also builds this relationship. It builds this value. It builds, it's something that's really not tangible. You can't really put a number on it. It's quite interesting. I call myself a mad scientist, and that's what I do. I kind of run weird stuff through my head. You know, sander, miter, saw, staple gun, route. Jesus, Kevin, you're celebrating again with a cigar. Oh my gosh, what about your viewers? I still have 3 people watching this. Freaking amazing. I'm still thinking I have to do the dishes, but I don't think Billy Joe's going to get mad at me. I'm thinking should probably walk in during a live stream and say, Kevin, oh my gosh, you're on a live stream still. You started the live stream when I left Rapid City. But I love that woman. So thank you for joining me, guys. Let me know what type of things. You can always freely send me an email. Nathan, you just blow up my messenger. That's cool. Just let me know what you want. But anybody else watching this live stream right now or in the future, in a comment, if you want to have a mad scientist something, if you want to pick my brain. It's the size of a watermelon smashed into like a golf ball cube. Golf balls aren't a cube. That's weird. But hey, this is transparency. This is just who Kevin is. Pardon me. Let me talk about one thing. Okay. My very first subscriber. Actually, that'll be a decent start to some wood projects. I said the squirrel have chewed up that watermelon. Yeah, there's a couple little holes in the watermelon. And it just happens. Hope you're still with us, Nona. my very first subscriber, David Dove. He's from, I think, Victoria, Queensland, Australia, somewhere like that. He's on that big island they call Australia. And I don't think it's an island, they call it a continent, which is weird. Okay. But he's in Australia. He's laying down under, right? It's like winter time. No. It's like springtime there or something. Anyway. Actually, he's officially my second subscriber because I made Billy Joe subscribe to my channel. So, but David Dove was actually my first subscriber. He blows up my comments. He's coming next year to the States and expects, well, and I'm going to freely give this to him. He expects this place to stay. He's like, I'm coming to visit you, Kevin, mate. And I'm like, that's awesome. No way. Who's Greg? That's my line, Greg. Hey, y'all. Did you know that one time I spent a day in Georgia for a week? Couldn't get out there quick enough. Hey, Greg, do you mind if I smoke? It's a blueberry cigar. I'm celebrating with Nathan and Nona Grace. Just Greg is down there south somewhere. Stop stealing my material. I know it, Greg. But that's the only thing I got. Oh, I got the one. Hey, this is the perfect time I can tell you a prison story. You want to hear a prison story? I've never been in prison, per se. Do you want to hear a prison story? You're late, Samson. He's in Georgia, not Alabama. We went over this on the live stream at Dave and Darcy's. Talked about the roll tide and all the blah, blah, boo, 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 woo, woo, woo. He's a Florida State fan. Woo, woo, woo. Billy Joe has always been wondering when I'm going to bust out a prison story. How's it basically the same thing, Nathan? There's like state lines. Woo! Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Kakalaki, Tennessee, Kentucky, and everything else. Right? Something like that. Prison story? I was a state corrections officer in the Michigan Department of Corrections. We used to call it the Michigan Department of Corruption. I'll tell you a story about Crazy Larry. Crazy Larry was our porter. Porter was basically our janitor in the housing unit, in Unit 5 that I worked in. Crazy Larry. Imaginary line in Tennessee, so basically the same thing. Well, how do they keep Tennessee out of Kentucky? That's what you got to answer. How do they keep Tennessee out of Kentucky? So anyway, Crazy Larry. He was our janitor. And Diesel Peach, right? We would have some sort of understanding of how people got there, how people, committed. Let me see this real quick. Just a minute, guys. Text my sister back so she can laugh at me while I'm telling you this prison story. Okay, I'm still here, guys. So anyway, Crazy Larry, he's telling us this story how he got caught. Now, as a convict, he just a lifetime criminal. Nothing violent, just, he'd rob a lady, steal a purse, come back to the joint, do his 2.5 to 5 years, whatever, go back out, live out on the streets, come back. He called it vacation. Like, doing prison time was his job, because he always had like a porter job, a janitor job. And, he'd get his zooms and whams, his store goods and stuff like that. Do his 2.5, 5 years, get his parole. He'd go out, party, party like a rock star, drink 40 ounces and shove needles in his arm and whatever. Rob a lady when he got tired. He called that his vacation. And come back to the joint and do another bit, and come back. He did this like 5, 6, 8 times over and over and over again. Crazy Larry. And I asked him one time, the last time he got locked up, he says, how'd you get locked up this time, Larry? And he says, well, I was in this house. Yeah, I was hungry, man. And I goes in, and the lady got a TV and a VCR and all kinds of electronics and stuff, and I'm gonna hock that shit. Da. And I got it all stacked up by the door, and my buddy gonna come get me, and we're gonna load it up, and we're gonna go. And I'm in the kitchen. I go in the refrigerator, and there's some sliced ham, and I get some Wonder Bread, because Wonder Bread, man, Wonder Bread is good, right? Wonder Bread, like, I don't know if y'all know about Wonder Bread, but Wonder Bread is all right? He's like, Wonder Bread, and I get some mayonnaise, and I make me a ham sandwich, and I hear this boom, 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 boom on the door. I'm making my ham sandwich, I'm spreading my mayonnaise, I'm putting some ham on there. Boom, 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 boom. Knocking on the door. Detroit police, open up. He's making a ham sandwich. He's like, man, I'm hungry. I knew I was busted. I'm gonna go to the joint. That's cool. But I was hungry. Knocking on the door. He's making a sandwich. He goes to the front door. He's eating a sandwich. Detroit police there. Says, get out on the ground. They're doing all that thing. Woo, woo, woo. Get out on the ground. He's like, I'm hungry. And he's eating a sandwich. They cuff him, throw him back in the car. And they're asking him, they're talking to him like, man, Larry, what are you doing? Because they obviously busted him before. Man, I knew I was on vacation, but I was hungry. I was making a ham sandwich. Because I knew I wasn't gonna get nothing to eat for another 12 hours. I'm making a sandwich. My buddy was late, and y'all came to the door. So that's part of my prison story, and that's a true story. That's Crazy Larry. He's actually absconded from parole at this point. Last time I checked. Every once in a while, I'll pop in to the MDOC website and see if Crazy Larry's around. Lifelong criminal, institutionalized. Old man making a ham sandwich before he went back to the joint. But he did that to live his life, and he'd done that for many, 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 many years. I think my sister is here. I just saw 5 people show up. This is like the longest live stream ever in the history of Hope This Works, our homestead. 2 hours and 55 minutes right now. Oh, hey, Mark, what is up? You are late as a mofo. Hello. I don't know if Mark has ever showed up in one of my live streams. Maybe he has. I've only done 4 live streams. This is number 5. Uh, Mark, how are things going in Wisconsin and your channel? I want to talk to you, rap with you a little bit. We have Nathan Sampson here. We have Nona Grace. My sister might be here. Uh, we had, I think, 10 at the high point, but we have 19 thumbs up. So we were actually doing a rockin' live stream. This is actually totally an impromptu live stream celebrating my 500 subs, celebrating my upcoming 500 sub giveaway live stream tomorrow night. Just Greg is here from Georgia. I wish I could be all fancy and have a background like you do, Mark. I have OBS on my computer, but I'm doing this on my phone right now. Every time I'm running OBS on my laptop, it just crashes, right? Thank you for the thumbs up, Mark. You rock, buddy. We are totally going. I've been doing so much research, Mark, on back to Eden gardening, the back to Eden method, doing some thatch, doing some stuff like that. During our collab video here a few weeks back, with not getting started, with Merle and you folks doing the Zoom thing. Pardon my flies here. I started researching back to Eden gardening because you took us out on a tour in your stuff, and I think the way we can hold in some moisture with thatch and hay, and we talked about some weeds, and I started talking about fermenting weeds and stuff and kind of renewing and putting back in. That actually is doing really great right now. I'm on my 5th week cycle right now on fermenting weeds, and I can't tell you how much greener my tomato plants are actually starting to become because I'm fermenting those weeds. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to do a lot more research, watch a lot more of your videos on the Back to Eden thing. Wow, we have 7. Wow, that is amazing. Like I said, I don't know if you saw, Mark, I did a video yesterday. Creator Insider gave me a shout out. They have 87,000 subscribers. They asked earlier this month, I'm doing a small channel tips and tricks. Make a video 2 minutes or less on one tip you can provide. And I made a video on engagement, how you engage with your YouTube subscribers, answering comments, being available, things like that, when you can publish videos, so you are available to do that. And not every channel can do that. Everybody has, a lot of people have jobs, a lot of people have certain time constraints, things like that. But they gave me a shout out, and that was freaking fantastic. So I did kind of share my excitement, 500 subscriber video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but that's pretty cool. For a small channel like ours, that is just like, woo! Like, I'm still jumping up and down. That's actually why I went live tonight, to just kind of get some of this out of my system. Tomatoes are huge for you guys. I know. You have a little bit of different growing conditions over there, Mark. Wisconsin. I'm a Michigan boy, born and raised. Spent about 8 years in the Upper Peninsula, the majority of the lower when I grew up. Thank you, Nona. Yes, it is very exciting. In about the last 9 years out here in Wyoming, or western South Dakota and then Wyoming. You're growing some awesome weeds there, Nathan. My sunflowers. I haven't finished the lid of my greenhouse on the one rafter side, but you too, Greg. Be good, buddy. Thank you for joining us. That's awesome. Again, I probably really ought to get out of here and freaking do the dishes. I have 6 people watching. Nona, Samson Farms, Wild Edibles, Mark. Oh, Mark, I actually wanted to hit you up. I want to send you an email. I got some sort of. Do you know of Prepsteader Bob? He wants to do sort of a collaboration. And I want to send you an email. I'll give you some more details. Wonder if maybe you're interested. But I can give you some more details in an email if you like. Yeah, Nona. Yeah, we are. I seriously have to get off here. Okay, Mark. I'll send you an email. Get back to work. Do your thing. Be good, buddy. Thanks for joining, popping in. I really do appreciate it. Time constraints. You pop in, hit a notification, click on my stuff. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. I'll send you an email. Actually, yeah, guys. I still have 6 people watching. Um, Whoa, flies are just driving me bananas. Um, well, Nona Grace, I understand. It is hard to say goodbye. I'm glad that I could keep you entertained for a while. That's awesome. Uh, this was kind of a test. Kind of see if I could do it. See how long I could do it. I noticed a few people popped out. That's cool. We're going to end this right here. I certainly appreciate all my subscribers. Make sure that if you're still here, if you ever notice in my visit, it's even hard there. Right on. Yeah, absolutely, Nona Grace. Yeah, totally. Um, Love you guys. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for enjoying my live stream with me. Thank you for communicating. Let me ramble on, talk about some all kinds of stuff. Uh, Kevin Broadcasting Service, absolutely, yeah. Uh, I got to get a few chores done. Nathan, you are not allowed to message me for like 20 minutes. All right? Because I got to get some stuff done so the squirrels don't get attached to the phone. And let me do my thing real quick, all right? Be good. Love you guys. How do I turn this off? There we go.